No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm so excited about today's episode. We got some great people on the show with us. We got my man Dave. What's good, Dave? How you doing, man?
What's going on? What's going on? Hey, before we start the show, I just want to ask everybody for a moment of silence for Shaq Barrett's daughter, Araya Barrett. So if we can have 10-second moment of silence, please. All right, thanks, fellas, for that. Thoughts and prayers to the Barrett family. That's a devastating loss. I know the three of us here are all are fathers, so we understand being a parent how devastated it would be to lose a child. So I just want to make sure that I start off with that. But other than that, I'm doing great today, fellas. How y'all doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, man. You know, great weekend. You know, I'm here. I'm on the island, man. Come on, Joe, join me.
And we got Carl. What's good? What's good, Carl? I got Carl joining us for some basketball talk. This is the right air, y'all. Carl, what's good?
How y'all doing, man? Appreciate y'all for having me, man. I'm doing marvelous. Y'all, hey, great weekend. Little bro went to prom. You know, we got another topic I'm so happy to talk about. And of course, Lamar's a Raven.
Let's get it. And Dave, we can't start the show unless you come on, man.
Hey, I know. Tomo, go ahead and turn that thing up for me.
Turn me up.
Let's get it. Monday, Money Making Monday. The show is here. We here. The three amigos are back. Let's get it.
And then we got Carl with us too. So I want to hear Carl, man. I can't wait to hear Carl takes. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they could come on and watch live with y'all. Use our comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. Like we always say, we can't do the show without y'all, man. Y'all feel energy to us with those comments, all right? And then Tomo, talk about those IG chats we got going on.
Look, man, what's the name? We usually have them up, but look, y'all want to join the IG chats? Oh, there we go. So join the IG chats again at Refuse to Lose Sports. That's at Refuse, the number 2, Lose Sports. And the list of chats, man, we tell y'all all the time. But for the new folks, check it out. We got the WNBA/NBA chat. We have the Major League Baseball. I had to be professional. We got the National Football League. We got the NCAA college football and basketball. For the basketball, we got men's and women's. And we also have the boxing chat. You join all of these chats, you get the latest news, updates, injuries, everything. If you was here for the draft episode, then you would see that we was giving you all the draft picks 30 minutes before ESPN could even tell you who's next. And we had no commercials. So remember that. Again, if you want to join any of the, if you want to join any of these chats, make sure you hop on over to IG, hit us up at Refuse to Lose Sports. That's Refuse, the number 2, Lose Sports. And we'll add you to whatever chat you want to be a part of. If you want to be a part of all, just say all. But if you want a specific, name the specific, and we'll throw you in there. It's one big happy family when you join these chats. Trust me. And you got to be ready because the debates get ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. And that's a good point, though. It was no commercials. That whole draft. You're right. Straight no commercials. Now, we had some bloopers, but it was no commercials, though.
Yeah. Still hats off to those guys, man. They did a 4-hour episode, no commercials.
Man, it was crazy. It was a crazy episode. Yeah. Man, it was jerseys getting taken off. You feel me? Kids coming in the camera, people doing other activities. It was wild, right? This is wild. Yeah. All right. So last but not least, let's get the show started, y'all. Enjoy the rest of the show. All right. The first thing we got to talk about, get off the table, get it out the way. Let's talk about this Kings and Warriors game 7. The Warriors went up there in Golden One Center and won back-to-back road wins, something they couldn't do all year, and they did it in a crucial moment in game 7. And what happened, man? And I'm gonna kick this one off. As y'all can see, I got a Kings jersey on, Kings in the background. But look, man, look. Shouts out to Steph Curry. All right, Tomo. Steph Curry can do what Iverson did against the Lakers. I think you probably think he could. I understand. I thought about that when all this is going on. But shout out to Steph Curry, man. This is what you have to do when you have great players on your team like Steph Curry, all right? So he's that guy. I knew he was going to get 40. I told you, I kept saying he's going to get 40. We just got to contain everybody else. The guy went and got 50, all right? He was unstoppable. So you can tell the Warriors went into that day and they were like, we're going all out with Steph. Because at the end of the day, y'all, it's a game 7. The Kings know the Warriors know the Kings. Now it comes down to who wants it more and who's better. Steph Curry's the best player on the floor. He was unstoppable. Remember game 2? Yeah, after game 2, and we kept. I know. I mentioned it. I think y'all mentioned it too. They need to stop running Steph off these screens and do more pick and roll. Because Davion Mitchell doing an awesome job with the screen, but game 2, when Steph was going pick and roll with Davion, he couldn't do nothing with that with Steph Curry. I mean, he's a great player. So that's what they did the whole game, pick and roll. You know, Steph took 38 shots. He came into that game saying we're not losing this game. He kept them afloat the whole first half. Every time we made a run, Steph killed us with a 3. Every single time. And it was a contested 3. And his play brought energy to the rest of the Warriors. Looney had a game he had because of Steph. Steph brought that energy out of him, right? And then you got the defensive side of the ball with the Warriors. They shut the Kings down in the third quarter. They couldn't score because the energy shifted. And you could just see the experience in the room just took over the Golden One Center. All right. So Steph is that guy. And then also Steve Kerr. I saw a soundbite when Steve Kerr was like, "Hey, if you're tired, let us know. We got 3 timeouts. We can call a timeout to get you out the game. I mean, not get you out the game, to give you some rest." They went all in with Steph. Now with the Kings, right? After the game, I was frustrated, obviously, because of how they lost. Not because they lost, how they lost. They went out sad, in my opinion. Fox had a bad fourth quarter. I mean, Sabonis didn't even score in the third quarter or had a rebound, and you led the league in rebounding. But after I listened to Fox press conference at the end of the game, it was so encouraging, man. And it had to remind me that, Joe, y'all had a good season. Because I had so high hopes for the squad. You feel me? But at the end of the day, nobody had us a top 6 seed, let alone nobody had us a 3rd seed. Nobody knew Fox was going to be clutch player of the year. Nobody knew Sabonis was going to be an MVP candidate, leading the league in rebounding, having all these triple doubles. Nobody knew I called this, but nobody knew Mike Brown would be coach of the year. And nobody knew we would go 7 games with the Warriors. And Fox said it best. Playing the Warriors was a gift and a curse. The curse is you lose in the first round, but the gift is you learn so much from the series. That was Fox's first time I had to make adjustments from game to game. So I know the Kings going to be back better than ever. They're going to be a threat to have the best record in the league next year. They're going to be a top seed again. And I think they could have a chance to have the best record in the league because offensively, they're so good in the regular season. And we're going to show the back line, get some bigs, and the defense is going to grow up this playoff experience. And I'm so excited to see what the Kings going to look like next year. But shout out to the Warriors. They deserve it. They earned it. And shout out to Steph Curry, one of the greatest players ever. Light the beam. Well.
Man, the title says it all. RESPECT. It can go both ways for both teams. You got to put some respect on the Warriors' names because y'all said they couldn't win road games, but you also got to put some respect on the Kings' names because these young boys showed up. They showed up when it was time to. I mean, even though game 7, of course, I really think if that fractured finger situation didn't happen, we may be having a different conversation today, Joe. But I do want to play one thing for you. I got a clip, but I got one little sound bite because we've been hearing it for a while, but we haven't heard it yet.
Oh,
I got that cowbell. It's time to put it up. We're gonna retire the cowbell today, man. It was a hard-fought series. I mean, we got to shout out to guys like Kevin Looney, who stepped up. When we did the preview for the series, Kevin Looney was probably the last name anybody would ever bring up.
Mhm.
Like maybe he can help out here and there, but he literally stepped up more than Jordan Poole. You would think Poole name would be spoken more than what it was. He was MIA this entire series. He said his ankle hurt, but we don't believe that. There was even times where Steph and Draymond tried to talk to this kid on the sideline and be like, look, you got paid. There's no one and done shows here. We a franchise. We don't do this. We know how to win. So we're going to do it with or without you, but it's time to step up. And the guys that needed to step up did. Draymond did for one game where he got you 20 points where you didn't think that would be able to happen. Steph Curry literally dropped 50 in a game 7, which has never been done in the playoffs at all. So, Joe, you said it before I could. I was going to come on here. I have to recant my statement, what I said about Iverson. Steph probably would have took that 76ers team to the finals, okay? Because what he did today, just what he did on Sunday, proved it right then and there. Hey, you guys just can give me 15, maybe you can give me 10 points. I'll do the rest. And that's what he looked like right there. He showed it. So that argument and debate that we had, I mean, I'm glad I'm here to actually say I was wrong. Because other than that, y'all would have had to tweet me or something. Because I wouldn't say anything. But hats off to the Kings, man. Y'all definitely show improved. Joe, you came on here every episode and you were like, look, we just need to get in the playoffs and make it on the big stage. I definitely want to play the Warriors so we can get some primetime games and more free agents can say, hey, I want to go to Sacramento and play with them kids. And that's what happened, man. So light the Bay.
Yeah, it was. This was definitely the best series so far. This was the most hard-fought series that happened. I'm probably the only person that picked this game to go 7. Now I picked the Kings to win it, but the Warriors won it. It's the Warriors. I mean, they're defending champions. I never said. See, I picked it to go 7 because I knew what the Warriors were capable of. I didn't say that it was going to be an easy cakewalk. I didn't pick it in 5 or 6 or 4. I said it was going to go 7. But Steph was Steph. He put up 50. This is an NBA record for a game 7, highest scoring game in 87, and it was a career high playoff points for Steph as well. He just showed you who he was. He's a champion for sure. He's one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game. Best shooter all time. And he's shown now that we know this, but he's shown lately that he's not just a shooter. He's going to drive the ball. He's going to do whatever it takes to make sure he gets his team a win. And Draymond has said something that shocked me that I didn't know it had happened in the post game prior at the end of Game 6 when Malik Monk said that we're too fast. We're younger and they're a little older, and that was bulletin board material. I didn't know that was said. But that's I wouldn't say that that's poking the bear, but you're pretty much telling them that, hey, y'all too old, y'all can't handle us. Monk, I understand that you're very fast, but sometimes being fast can mess you up because sometimes you play way too fast and you turn the ball over. And that was one thing with Fox too, because Fox not only didn't shoot well, he had some bad turnovers in the game as well. I think Draymond stripped him like 2 or 3 times in the fourth quarter and very crunch time. And then I think no one could really make free throws in that game. Everybody was missing free throws in that game. It was like somebody make something. And then Steph was the one that took over. He was just like, well, I'm going to show you why I'm the champion, show you why now. I think everyone can agree that Steph is the best player in the league. Giannis can no longer say that. He got put out in the first round with a team that doesn't have a superstar.
Bruh.
So, and then he didn't really have much from anyone else but Looney. And Looney has done this after game 2. He's had double-digit rebounds every single game since then. And Kevon Looney was just like, look, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help my team win. We know Kevon Looney can play good defense, but we didn't know that he was going to have 20-plus rebound games. So shout out to the Warriors. Warriors move on to the next series, play the Lakers.
Right. Hey, Tomo, play that clip again.
You want the cowbell?
That's what that was? I thought that was the Sacramento Kings gas tank. All right, but for real, hey, salute to the Kings. Shout out, like the title say, respect to the Kings. Great series. I had Warriors in 6. Warriors won in 7. the Kings fought to the very end. By the end, I mean the fourth quarter. But by then it was kind of over. But in my opinion, De'Aaron Fox showed the world that he is a top guard, like me and other people know that he can be. But now he shows it on the national spotlight. Sabonis shows that he can be a really good big. He's just a little undersized. But in terms of the series, man, somebody called the police in Sacramento because 5-0. Steph put up that 5-0. He did it in so many ways. Coming down, shooting the ball, the offensive rebound on Kevin Huerter, going to the cup, going to the floater like 5-10 feet away from the rim, mid range. He put on a masterclass performance of a game 7, and he adds to the resume the most points in a game 7. And let's not also forget the 2 game 7 points behind him were losses.
Mm-hmm.
His is a win. He had 50 and a W. KD had 48 and an L. So let's not forget about that as well, fellas. So Warriors played well, but I want to talk about the game. The one I got in midway through the first, and I even put in the chat, like, was it always like a brick fest like this? Like everybody was just missing shots. Then the Kings kind of slowly but surely took over, and I'm like, oh, this might be like game 6 where they were missing good looks, but they're starting to hit a couple, and they're starting to keep the Warriors at bay. But the second came, and then I noticed like a little shift towards the end where I'm like, hold on, the Warriors ain't been playing particularly good, and they're only down 2 at halftime. This can get real ugly. And then third quarter Warriors showed up. The Warriors, Steph showed up. Clay hit a couple big shots, the 3 before the end of the quarter, and 1 3. I think right after Malik Monk 3, if I'm not mistaken, Joe.
Yeah.
Right.
Point play.
Yep. So that was huge. Yeah. And I want to touch on Kevon Looney because big shout out to Kevon Looney. He just was a man on a mission. Just his motor just seemed like it wouldn't stop. Every rebound seemed like it had to be his. And I want to touch on what Draymond said in his post-game pod, because I listened to it earlier at work. And he said that he went in the meeting and he said that Trey Lyles was punking everybody, including himself. And Kevon Looney walked up to him and said, hey, Trey Lyles ain't punking me. Don't put that on my resume. And Draymond said, show me. And he went out and proved it. He went out and said, ain't nobody been punking me. And I've got my double 11-21. And man, the Warriors just look like you said, like the championship team. Fourth quarter coming, it got bad. De'Aaron Fox could be the finger, could have not have been the finger. Just didn't look so great in the fourth. Mm-hmm. Malik Monk didn't look all too well. Like y'all said, Sabonis didn't get a point or a rebound in the third. I don't know. Maybe the game 7 just like y'all said, it showed the experience versus the inexperience in game 7. So, again, shout out to the Kings. Much respect. Great series. Shout out Joe for calling a shot. But the Warriors move on. And the Warriors shut people like Paul Pierce up that said their championship window was over because they was down 2-0. Like, nobody's ever been down 2-0 before.
It's the Warriors, too.
Hey, Paul Pierce, man. Paul Pierce ain't been right since he called a bank. That's it. That's the last time he was right on one of his predictions.
Yeah,
that's facts.
All right, so this goes to our next topic. Our next topic is going to your squad. We're going down to South Beach. Well, we're going to New York City. It was in New York City, right, at the Mecca. And Dave, y'all came out and got game 1. Took care of business in New York. Jimmy Butler did suffer an injury at the end of the game, but, hey, y'all pulled away with a W, all right? So, Dave, what happened? Talk to us.
Well, the team happened. I'm not just going to say Jimmy Butler, even though he had the higher scoring. He had 25 and 11, but this was a team win. This is what I was looking for. Something that we needed because we haven't had one really in the series prior. Every game that we won was pretty much on Jimmy's shoulders. He was the one that fed us with every single win. Now we did have some key players that helped out, but this game right here is when we showed that everyone could do it. Gabe Vincent had 20. And this is what I said in the regular season. I said I think what would be best is if we have Gabe Vincent starting and have Kyle Lowry come off the bench, and this helped us a lot more because Kyle Lowry is a vet. He's able to help that team when it come off the bench. He's still going to play starters minutes just about. He still gets about 25, 30 minutes a game, so he's still going to do what he needs to do. Jimmy had 25 and 11, so Jimmy did what he was supposed to do. And then what I think what messed up the Knicks was Jimmy was out there, but he couldn't do anything. And instead of making him play defense, you let him be a decoy on defense as well. They didn't do what they needed to do to be able to, take advantage of Jimmy being hurt. Um, Kevin Love had three great outlet passes back to back to back, all touchdowns. We got a bucket. Bam had a key turnaround left hand layup in the game as well. Kyle Lowry hit some big shots in the fourth quarter with Jimmy being hurt. So it was an overall team win. Is exactly what we needed. Now I do understand that Julius Randle didn't play, and that could be something. But Jalen Brunson was there. He didn't shoot particularly well. It was 0-7 from three. Josh Hart was 0-4. So I expect it to be different. For one, and then game two right now, as far as I know, Julius Randle and Brunson are both questionable for the game, and so is Jimmy Butler. So if none of them play, then it's going to be on what the team's going to do. But overall, good win. It's just game one, so we got to get more.
Carl?
Hey, J-Mo, let it go, bro. Let it go. I understand you don't like Kyle Lowry. Let it go. All right. So, me, when I was watching the game, I watched this one from the entirety, and I was watching the game, and he started off hot. Gave Vincent 5 straight points out the gate. But then the Knicks started getting it going. I'm like, okay, this kind of looks like, not like Cleveland per se, but it looked like they was getting in that groove they had against Cleveland. Okay, I'm like, all right, it's carrying on. But what I noticed was the Heat made a run. The Knicks started missing. I think the Heat turned up the defensive intensity. And like he said, shout out to K-Rod. K-Love. Throwing dimes full court. Jimmy Butler lost Obi Toppin for one of them dimes too. We went right up. Two of them was the Jimmy. Two of them was the Jimmy.
Two of them, yeah.
Yeah, two of them was the Jimmy. Gabe Vincent, like I said, had a great game. A great game. He kept it close at one point, him and Jimmy. He got it going slow in the beginning, but he picked it up later on in the game. What I will say is they did a real good job of containing Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson did miss some good looks, but overall they did a pretty good job on him. And they did a pretty good job on Emmanuel Quickly, too. I think they did a really good job on Emmanuel Quickly. Quickly, at some moments, didn't even look like he was out there. In the third quarter, though, I think that's when Jimmy started to get it going in the third. Gabe hit a couple shots in the third. And in the fourth, Kyle Lowry was just wreaking havoc on defense. He made so many good plays. And then another play that can't go unnoticed is deep in the fourth. Gabe Vincent dribbling the ball up the court, gets into a double, and Kyle Lowry right away, timeout. He's in a bad position. That play can't go overlooked. The veteran savvy of Kyle Lowry yesterday was just displayed. Caleb Martin had a crazy block, I believe, in the third on the fourth quarter.
Facts.
Just came out of nowhere. I think Caleb Martin has been an unsung hero for the Heat. One of my guys, I said last year, and I got laughed at. Guess I get the last laugh. But Caleb Martin has so far been a really good and key player for the Heat. Overall, great win for the Heat. Now, Jimmy Butler, ankle injury, it does look like one of those, like Julius Randle guy. It look like one of them where if the ankle swells up, he might miss a week. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully he doesn't, but just based on what I see, it do look like one of them. He was on the ground for a little minute. He was gimpy the rest of the game. Shout out, and just shows the heart of Jimmy Butler to even finish that game, even though he really, like Dave said, couldn't do nothing the last 5 minutes. That's probably why he was stuck on 25. They just had him in the corner on offense, and he just sat in the corner. And we all know that's not Jimmy's game at all. And defensively, they did on a couple of occasions try to attack him, but the Heat did a really good job, I think, helping whenever they tried to go at him. But overall, great game by Miami. I still got Heat in 6. Hopefully, like I said, Jimmy's okay, but Heat in 6.
Yes, sir.
You said still, like you were saying the Knicks got going to win it. You should just say you got the Heat winning in 6. You don't gotta say still.
Oh, because I'm not changing it to 5, or I'm not saying it's a sweep. I'm gonna keep my number 6.
Okay. That's cool. I still got the Knicks. So I'm gonna say I still got the Knicks in 6. Coming out the gate, like you said, the Heat went on a great run, and I was like, I wish I was on the show so I can get my prediction off, but I might be able. I still got some time to switch it if they lose. And the Knicks lost, but I said, you know what? Nope, I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm gonna pick the Knicks and I'm gonna ride with the Knicks. I definitely see how Miami can do it because look, the others are stepped up in a big way, and when that Bucks win, you could see it. Like the motive, like the confidence is there now. Like no one's slacking anymore. Kyle Lowry, like you all said, was even playing defense harder. He looked like the Kyle Lowry when he had Kawhi Leonard. That's the Kyle Lowry we seen out there. But Julius Randle will be back at some point, and Jimmy Butler ankle. We really don't know about that ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust Miami without Jimmy, but with them, I see it. They put up a whole average like 124 points. That's the others, not Jimmy, just the others. This is the stuff that they do. Caleb Martin coming out there is that different rotation is giving the Knicks something different to look at because again, they did probably come out there and think this was going to be like Cleveland. We have the better team, we have the deeper team, we have more scores, and to them they may have the better coach. So they say, all right, we're gonna come out the gate and we got this. And I said to them, you can make the face all you want. To them, they think they got the better coach. So we're gonna see what happens in this series. But to me, out the gate, the chemistry was off. I mean, I'm glad RJ Barrett found his swag in that first series because he put up 25. We thought he was gonna be the X factor. Quigley, he still got a chance to make a comeback. So we'll see. Kevin Love ain't gonna be throwing them touchdowns again. I think Kevin Love thought he was back with LeBron. Kyle Lowry thought he was back with back in Toronto. Kawhi. Yeah, he thought he was back with Kawhi. They both thought they was back somewhere they wasn't. So I think they snapped back to reality, and the Knicks fans actually show up and stay interested in the entire game and not lose faith in their team in the third like they did and got quiet. So shout out to the Heat for doing that, but I still got the Knicks in 6.
My bad, Joe. One thing I forgot before you go. I think the Knicks, when Julius Randle come back, will be the same as the Cavs, really good on the offensive glass. They actually were pretty decent on the offensive glass against the Heat last night, yesterday. But I think the Heat did a better job of limiting them on the offensive glass, but they were still on the offensive glass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Josh Hart still had 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I picked Miami to win, but the Knicks could definitely win the series. They could definitely win the series. All right, Butler had a good game. Butler. Gabe Vincent, like you said, showed up, had 20 points. It was good from 3, especially that clutch 3 he hit when he got fouled when they didn't call it. That should have been a foul. Lowry was clutch down the stretch, defensively and offensively. Hit that shot on the sideline. K-Love looking like Mahomes. Bam was solid. But here's the thing: in the first half, the Knicks, because like you said, the Knicks got into they had like a 10-point lead, 8 to 10-point lead, like the whole first half, third quarter, right? And they was killing y'all in the paint. They was scoring all these buckets in the paint. They had 40 points in the paint in the first half. In the second half, they had 22. That's it. They had 22. So y'all did a good job eliminating paint points. And then, like Carl said, I was gonna mention that offensive rebounding. That's the Knicks bread and butter right there. They already don't shoot good from the field. I mean, from 3, they shot 20%. I mean, they shot 20% from 3. They shot poorly. And y'all limited their paint points in the second half while shooting bad from 3. And then offensive rebound, they had 12 offensive rebounds, but like Carl said, y'all limited that. Like normally, Mitchell Robinson got like 7 and so in one game, 8 and so, right? Josh Hart be having 5 and so. Just all them 2 is 12 for real. But y'all had 10. They had 12, y'all had 10 second chance points, right? They had 11, y'all had 7. So that's normally how the Knicks win, like out hustling you. They kind of out hustle y'all a little bit, but y'all were right there with them. Plus, y'all shot better from the field, and that's how I won the game. But that Brunson, I don't think they did good with Brunson. I thought Brunson got whatever he wanted for real. He was just missing from 3. I mean, he was open something for 3, and he still shot almost 50% from the field. He was blowing past Kyle Lowry. He was surprising me with Gabe Vincent. Like when they put Brunson in the pick and roll, he was going to the cup at will, and he was scoring with every single time. So if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm excited about that, about the Brunson matchup with the Miami Heat, because he was getting what he wanted, in my opinion. And this happened without Julius Randle. So you're a Knicks fan, you should be optimistic because, like Carl said, when he comes back, he's going to help with that rebounding. He averaged 10 a game. So bing bang. He averaged 10 a game. So, but I picked Miami in 7 because I feel like when it comes down to a game 7, we saw the Warriors and Kings, right? It comes down to the experience, and the best player was Jimmy Butler. So I got Miami still in 7, but Knicks could definitely win the series.
Hold on, who's the best player
in the series? Jimmy Butler.
Okay,
I knew he was going to. I knew it.
Yeah, this Jimmy Butler definitely the best player. So, but yeah. All right, so let's go to our next game. Our next, first of all, Big Apple. I don't think nobody mentioned that. Good title, Tomo. Tomo on point with these topics. All right. So
The
next
oven
one
was
we got
hot.
to all right, Big Apple. So next one we got the Suns, man. The Suns took an L to the Nuggets, David. It took an L to the Nuggets game one. Nuggets, maintain home court advantage by winning that game. All right. So we're gonna get this to you, Tomo. All right. Gonna get this one to you. I know you weren't here. You didn't make your prediction. All right. So I want to hear your prediction first and then give me your game one reaction.
All right, first I want to say shout out to you guys, man. Y'all did the show on Saturday. I wasn't here. I sat back and watched, and I said, "Oh, this is gonna be good. This segment is gonna be good because you got Dave with the Suns, and then we got Joker and Joe. So already know what they're gonna pick. But Dave, I'm sorry, man. I gotta jump off the bandwagon, bro. I gotta go with the Nuggets, bro.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I got the Nuggets in 6.
Tastes like me. Okay.
I'm
with
being
you.
nice because I wanted to say 5 because I believe in KD and Booker gonna give us at least 2 games.
Dang.
The only reason I'm picking them to win and the only reason I was going 5 is because of the depth. And that game 1 literally showed it right there. Like the Nuggets team all season, the others I talked about in the last time, the others have been showing up and helping Joker all year. They said it last year where they wasn't helping, now they're here. And him Mal Murray said, "Look, man, I ain't hurt no more. Y'all gonna stop acting like I wasn't on this team. They traded the other guy to Orlando. They kept me here for a reason, and he showed up yesterday. KD, man, you better sit Chris Paul and them down, man, and tell them, look, we need you to assist. We need 8 in the box out and get rebounds. We need you to be what Looney is, because if you're not gonna get no rebounds, we not gonna win this game. Because if you just allow Joker to maneuver the way he is, the Nuggets is just gonna do what they're gonna keep doing. They're just gonna keep doing what they do. So look, Suns, I know y'all in Denver. Y'all gonna need an asthma pump because the altitude is crazy up there. But something gotta happen, man. Look, what him all Murray did. Him all dropped like 30 something on him, man.
It was like 37 or something like that.
So
Yeah.
Murray, he had 34.
34.
Then another thing too, though, Dave, they got an ex-Wizard on their team, even though KCP played for like 19 other teams.
Piston.
He asked everybody.
That's what I'm saying. He played for like 19 teams, man.
Exactly. He ain't just an ex-wizard. He an ex-player. That's what he is.
All right, there we go. There we go.
Drafted him. We need the right.
Yeah, ex-player.
True. Yeah, y'all drafted him. That's true.
All right, he's an ex-Piston / Wizard / whatever team you want. First Piston, Wizard of Jace, NBA player. And anytime he comes in and hit 2 or 3 threes, you already know that's a momentum builder. And once that momentum get lifted, the rotations with the Suns ain't gonna be able to keep up. And KD, I was about to cuss. KD sure ain't about to go down to the 5 and check Joker. So Nuggets in 6.
All right, Carl.
All right, so I don't have a prediction. I want the Nuggets to win. I'll make a prediction. Nuggets in 5.
Dang.
Nuggets in 5. I want the Nuggets to win. I'm a huge Joker fan.
Hold on, Carl, before you go. So y'all know anytime me and Carl link up with these playoff teams, it's over for you.
Dynamic. Hey, we got the Kings about it.
Go ahead.
All right, so talking about game 1, KD and D Book both had 29 and 27, but Joker hit the boards. I guess Joker been hearing all the trash y'all been saying. Joker got to show up. He got his team now. What's the excuse for Joker? Well, Joker been balling. Joker had what? Some crazy amount of rebounds. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was like 16.
He had 19. He had 19.
Yeah, I know he had a crazy amount of rebounds. He was hitting the glass hard. Aaron Gordon played well. Aaron Gordon hit a couple big shots. In the second quarter, I believe.
Gordon, man.
Jamal Murray. If you want to call Joker, I guess you call Jamal Murray the Riddler, because he ain't no other. He right there with him. So Jamal Murray had 34, like I said earlier, making big shots, getting the crowd hype, getting the crowd into the game. Man, Jamal Murray, we forget. Everybody talk about Donovan Mitchell bubble. Jamal Murray was right there. Jamal Murray had 40, 50 with him. just because he tore his ACL, don't forget about, bro. Like I think J-Mo said it in the comments. Y'all better remember Jamal Murray. So with that being said, they was able to withstand the KD and D-Book 29 to 27. Ayton was getting bullied. It was the clip where he just standing out of bounds, like, please somebody else, I'll get this rebound. Please help me. I don't want no more. So, and then, like people was looking at Joker like, dang, Joker finished a layup. Like, come on, bro. Why you keep missing? Nobody's there. So, but shout out to the Nuggets game 1. Great game by them. Way to, set the tone. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. So, Suns are too top heavy, man. They too top heavy, man. I'm sorry. I mean, Dave, when we did a segment, I was playing, but I was like, man, KD and Devin Booker might have to have average 40 to win this series. They're gonna have to average at least like 35 plus, probably, like combined, like 70 points plus combined to win this series. They basically got nothing outside their big four. Nothing outside their big four. So the Nuggets are great. They too great offensively. They are not the best defensive team either. All right. So aren't the Suns. And like I said, the Suns are top heavy where, like Tomo said, the Nuggets have depth. They have others that can do more. Right. They had like 3 players in 20 points plus. Then they had 9 players in double figures. So they got others that can step up and hit big shots like that. Now, Jamal Murray, man, it's called playoff Murray. I know we talked about it too, Dave. He's in playoff mode. He averaged 27 last series. Averaged 27. And yesterday he went on 34. And don't forget, he had 9 assists. Him and Joker, man, I'm sorry. When you put Joker on top of the key, anything can happen. Anything you get the Joker the ball on top of the key, anything can happen. The floor is spread out. He's a great passer. He can shoot and he can just score himself. All right. So the Nuggets are really good offensively. Now, the only hope they have, once again, is the Suns are going to have to live and die with KD and Devin Booker. KD, and I said it also, Dave, KD's going to have a better series. He had a better game, even though he turned the ball up like crazy, but he had like 14 rebounds. KD's got to show up this series. It ain't going to be no Devin Booker series like it was the Clippers. The Clippers are not the Nuggets offensively, and they still was putting up 120, 115 on the Suns. So it's going to be a hard series for the Suns to win. I mean, it's going to take a Herculean effort, and I still got the Nuggets in 6.
Turn me up.
Sunset.
Oh man.
I'll admit, game 1 did not look good for the Phoenix. It did not look good for Phoenix at all, man. I mean, KD and Book played their games, but no one else did much of anything. Was it Chris Paul? Didn't even have a 10 assists. He had 11 and 5. That's not enough.
It's not Chris.
Aiden only had 14 points and 7 free. How does KD have more rebounds than you, DeAndre Aiden?
I mean, it's not the same height.
I'm not with
same height, but you're the center. You're the center. You center. You built stronger. So you're supposed to be out there, but you are the softest big man in the league. What is up with you, man? I don't know what's up with you, DeAndre Aiden, but hey, Suns, y'all might need to look to trade him. He might need to go. Y'all should have did that when y'all had the chance. When January 15th came, you should have go ahead and traded him. Maybe you would have been a little better off. If you traded him for KD, I think you'd have been a little better off because at least you still would have had Cam Johnson and my boy Mikal Bridges. You would have had some defense there because DeAndre Aiden better off just being somewhere else. With that being said, I'm still going with the Suns in 6. I believe KD is going to show up in game 2 tonight and do whatever he needs to do to help them win. D-Book's going to show up. I feel like Chris Paul's going to have a better game. I think he's going to have more than just 5 assists this time. But the only person I'm not confident in is DeAndre Aiden, and he just has to be on the floor. So, Monty, find someone else to put in his place, please.
Who else going to put in his place?
Jock Landale. Hey, look, Jock Landale ain't look that bad.
Yeah,
TJ
but
Warren.
We talking about playing him more than
TJ Warren. Come on, bro.
Hey, the
TJ
TJ
Warren will get sparked though.
Hey, look,
He
TJ
might
Warren and Craig might have to do a little Dragon Ball Z fusion or something. Cause
Hey, look, I'm a TJ Warren guy. I love TJ Warren from NC State. Shout out, bro. He had a run before the bubble that people forget about, where he put like 40 and like 4 to 6 games with Phoenix that people forget about. But nah,
he did. But Jimmy Butler put him out 4.
No, that was with Indiana.
Yeah, that was like a couple years later.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm referencing. He put him out in 4.
Team play.
But hey, you gotta do something, dog. You gotta do something. Like Jamo said, you are a number 1 overall pick, and you playing like you were the last pick in the draft. I don't know what's up with you, man. You need.
Shout out to Brock Purdy.
You might need to get up out of here. Hey, Brock Purdy played better than you. So
you hope he's gonna average 15 plus rebounds.
Yeah.
Hey,
easy.
I don't doubt that. But hey, you gotta average 12. Something. You gotta do more than that. You gotta do something. But yeah, I'll still say
if you ever become a fan of the show, notice I ain't say none of this.
Hey, Aiden, I said it. I'll tell you right. I said it. Make me a believer. I'm not saying that you're not good, but you playing like you trash. Come on, man, you gotta do something. You are a number 1 overall pick for a reason. They picked you to be a key to their franchise. You were supposed to be number 2. You're supposed to be number 2 to Devin Booker. Right now, you are number 3, probably number 4.
He number 5.
I'm about to say 3 is
crazy.
crazy.
I don't do that to him, man.
I'm talking about the way. Hey, it's Monday, and my man already.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Hey, if he don't do nothing tonight, he definitely going in the doghouse. Hey, today, I'm going to put up a poll or ask the chat who should be in the doghouse for this Thursday. So I'm letting y'all know this now. Who deserves to be in the doghouse this Thursday? DM me directly and give me your option.
That's good. All right, Carl. You get some. I appreciate you. You know, NBA topic. Even though you're an NBA team, let the world know, y'all. He's a Pistons fan. I don't think he announced that yet.
Yes, sir. K Cunningham, I'm coming back with a vengeance. Averaging 20 and 10. No, I'm lying, like 20 or 7. But still, he coming back.
Yeah,
20 and 7 assists.
Stop the cap.
You know what I like about Carl.
All right.
Carl, all right, real quick before Carl get on in the NBA chat, he raving about the Warriors. Warriors this, Warriors that. Man, Carl, who you like? You a Warriors fan? No, I ain't no Warriors fan. I'm a Pistons fan. Like, bro, you said it like it was the opposite. Like no, I'm a Pistons fan.
Ain't nobody gonna put no
I respect that though. I respect that. You take pride in your squad. But let's get some last words in. I know you got Lamar action going on. You excited? Zay Flowers. I mean, looking sweet offensively. Talk to me.
All right, so my last words is I told y'all. Yeah, I'm sorry, Tomo, but I had to get it off. Y'all thought I was gonna have a show where everybody was gonna come on here and laugh at me. Well, I get the last laugh. 5 more years, baby. 5 more years. But I appreciate that, JMO. 25. You got more. Hey, look, appreciate that. But hey, in all seriousness, though, I told y'all be patient. EDC came through in the clutch, had a great draft. Man, I'm just excited. Can't wait for the season now. Man, I mean, now for the Pistons, let's Lotto hopefully be in our favor. Let's get a coach. Oh, we ain't sad in Detroit, baby. We ain't sad in Detroit. Let's get a coach. Still waiting on a coach. Let's hopefully drive in our favor. I honestly don't know who I want if we don't have Victor. I've come around to Victor as a wing guy, like a stretch 4. I've come around to that, so cool. I'm cool with that. But
you better be cool with him.
You said what?
So you better be cool with him.
I'm cool with that. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all for having me on the show. As always, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all show. And Carl Stradamus predicted the Warriors would come back, and he came back. Down to
Hey, Carl, real quick, respond to this comment. He's still passing to a bunch of me's out there.
Do I have to?
Is he talking about the Pistons or the Ravens?
He's talking about the Ravens.
Oh, I was gonna say I understand the Pistons, but the Ravens.
He's just a scorned ex.
Oh man.
Odell didn't want to come back home, bruh. He wanted bigger and better things, big dog. I told you in the chat earlier. The Browns went from a solid turd to diarrhea.
Dang.
All right, Carl. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
Hey, I like you took it initiative. Let us know you want to come back on anytime.
Yes, sir.
Heat and 6, Carl. Heat and 6.
Yes, sir. Heat and 6.
All right. All right, let's get our next person on. We got my man Jay Moolah. What's good, J-Mo?
What's up, bro? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man?
Hey,
man. We good.
My
You doing
man
great.
J-Mo, what's good, buddy?
What's up, man? My fellow Eastern Conference playoff opponent.
Let's get it.
I know, right, man? Man, we were cool for a while, man. That we had a fellow third seed, fellow 2-0, you know.
Hey, Joe, it's the first time for everything.
Yeah, it's cool. Look, y'all number 3 seed got to the playoffs. Hey, it's cool.
You know what I mean? It's the first time.
Well,
In your case, the first round for everything. But go ahead.
Oh wow.
Let's move on. All right, I know we got Teddy coming on. We're gonna do this topic, and we got Teddy coming on after this. All right, so let's talk about these Warriors and Lakers. All right, Warriors and Lakers are playing LeBron versus Steph Curry. They have history. All right, so who we making our predictions? We haven't talked about the series yet. They play tomorrow. Who's winning the series? J-Mo, kick us off.
All right, look, man. I think it's gonna be a great series. You know, I think it could be even better than the series they just had with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think it's two completely different styles of play, two different style teams. You know, the Lakers are a big team. The Warriors are a small team. You know what I'm saying? Like Anthony Davis, I want to see what Anthony Davis can do in this series as far as scoring. Because appreciate you, Carl. Last series, he had, I guess, a few games where he didn't score a lot, but his rebounding and his blocks were crazy. Like his activity was crazy. I don't know if y'all seen in the chat, but without his scoring, he was like a Ben Wallace, Dennis Rodman, and Hakeem all wrapped all in one. Like he was really like on the glass, like all the things that we say he need to do, he did it. Like besides scoring, as far as a consistent basis. So Kevon Looney is very active on the glass, offensively and defensively. Kevon Looney is not going to go like that in layman's terms on the defensive side, even when Anthony Davis is trying to score. I just hope the refs let them play, man. I don't know as far as the guards and all the pushing and stuff on the perimeter. I guess they're going to call some of those. But those guys banging in the paint, I want the refs to let them play. And I think we're going to see a lot. I think we're going to see a lot more of them letting them play because it's LeBron and Stephen Curry. Like they're going to try their hardest not to make blown calls and stuff like that. This is the first time they meet in the playoffs. They always meet in the finals.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm not going to miss a game. I think it's going to be a lit series. But I'm riding with my guy Steph Curry all day. I seen John Moran score 22 points in a row. So let's see what Steph Curry can do.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dave.
I think this is also going to be an exciting series. We got two of the greatest players of all time playing against each other early in the playoffs and not in the finals. You got LeBron going up against Steph. AD, Rui. This is two really good teams in the West. Both of them doing whatever they can to get to their 5th championship ring. Steph had a great series against the Kings. LeBron had an okay series as far as scoring wise, but he was great overall because LeBron's gonna be LeBron. Team won. They won in 6, beat the Grizzlies by 40 in the very last game, and I think this is going to be a really tight series. But I'm going to go Lakers in 7. I think this is a series where LeBron shows up. I'm not saying that he didn't show up last series, but he wasn't LeBron in the last series. I think this will be a LeBron series this time, because I know everyone is saying that AD has to do something, but I think LeBron has to really show up in this series in order for them to win. I don't think it'll be enough for it to be if AD just shows up and LeBron plays an okay series. If LeBron plays an okay series, the Warriors will win this in 6 or 7. But if LeBron plays like LeBron, this can definitely go. I'm not doubting Curry. I'm not saying that Curry. I'm picking it at 7. So that lets you know it's not doubting. Not saying that they can't win this, but I just feel like LeBron is going to have a really good series. 40. Okay, I'll shake your hand when I come out there.
Read the comment for the audio listeners.
So my brother who's been on the show, shout out to my brother Tony. His comment said, "Let's put 40 on it." That's fine with me. I'll put 40 on it. I feel like the Lakers are playing pretty well. I still feel like they made the one of the best moves during the trade before the trade deadline to get all the players that they needed that fit well. I feel like D'Lo had woke up in that last game. He put up 30, so he did whatever he needed to do. I feel like this team is ready. I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors win. I mean, it's the Warriors. They're the defending champions. They just won a game. They just won a series in 7. So I wouldn't be surprised. I just feel like LeBron is going to go off in this series.
Yeah. So first off, kudos. We got a 6 and a 7 seed playing in the second round, and they happen to be led by Steph and LeBron. It's not by accident. Kudos to both of them still being relevant in this new league. You know, you got these new superstars that nobody puts LeBron and Steph in that tier, like far as like best player. But yeah, look at them; they still in the playoffs, still battling. And this time in the second round, other than the finals, like J-Mo said. So it's kind of like so Warriors in 5. I got Warriors in 5. Not saying they're gonna cook them every game, but I think they're gonna pull out 4 wins out of 5. I got Warriors in 5. Warriors got home court advantage, which is big, you know, as a 6 seed, which is crazy. Darvin Ham is about to get tested for real. He's about to get tested because he got tested last round because he's a good coach, Memphis. But Lakers were their superior team. They just were. They had injuries and they still struggle with Memphis. So that's why I'm like against this Warriors team, you can't sleep. So I think Steve Kerr is going to coach circles around Darvin Ham. LeBron's going to, but having LeBron on his team helps a lot because LeBron's like another assistant coach on the court. All right. So I had, and then AD. AD is a X factor for, even though he's one of the best players, he's the X factor because he's a mismatch. He's a mismatch for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is there, but one thing about AD can stretch the floor. AD not just as for 3, but he can shoot that mid range. He's great for real in the mid range. And I'm talking about fadeaway. I'm talking about pull up, catch and shoot, all that stuff from the mid range. So he could bring Looney out the paint. You saw how Looney was guarding Sabonis. He wasn't even going out there. He just stayed in the paint the whole time. You can't do that with Anthony Davis. And plus, Anthony Davis defensively is going to be a problem for the Warriors, right? Because of his. But the only thing about the Warriors in their system, they could get Anthony Davis out the paint with their system. So that's why I'm saying, like, whatever weakness the Lakers got, Steve Kerr is going to exploit it. And we got to see how Darvin Ham is going to react to adjustments after adjustments after adjustments. So with that being said, I think the Lakers will get one game on the strength of Braun and AD. But I think the Warriors are going to come out victorious in 5.
Man, why I had to go last? Because I was on here defending LeBron and I had to say that Iverson, you know. Man, I just want to play this right quick. We're not going to get banned, I promise you.
No, that's fun with it too.
So who can stop Steph Curry?
Hopefully we'll never find out.
Right there, we not going to find out because the Warriors going to win in 7. I got the Warriors in 7 because of Anthony Davis. Like, Dave, I heard you say this is a LeBron series, but LeBron know what it is against this guy. He already know what time it is with this, not even this guy, this actual team, the franchise, the solid foundation. He know what time it is. He was celebrating that the parade was in his city for like 30 minutes. And then he seen that they beat the Kings and was like, oh my goodness, here we go again. I thought I escaped these guys, man. I'd rather play Kevin Durant and them. At least I got a better chance, you know. Like, Ayton not gonna play in the paint, so AD might look like a center, you know. But with this one, Looney gonna be a bruiser. Everything you said about Ayton is how some people in LA feel about AD. Charmin, Blue Bear, soft. They think he's soft in the paint. And Looney and Draymond gonna find a way to get in his head. Right now, Steph gonna go for another 50 because he on a mission. We need Klay Thompson to show up and a pool. No more kiddie pools, man. We need the Olympic size pool now. We need you to show up. No more playing. All that blow up pool in the backyard, you know, with the grass and stuff get in there, the dog be swimming. We ain't doing that no more. You want the big pool. Remember Bad Boys 2 when Will Smith got him the big pool. No more cheap pools. All right. So yeah, Bron, it was fun, but it's time to ice up, bro. In 7, Warriors taking this.
Hey, look, it's a great point you brought up about the coaching and everything, with Steve Kerr and Darvin Ham. But like Anthony Davis, I think he's gonna have to get active on the offensive boards and in the pick and roll. Because I remember the Warriors played them in the play-in when the Lakers beat them. Like Anthony Davis was on ice, like he was getting strapped. He was a pretty much a non-factor in the game until like mid-third quarter when LeBron got active with him in the pick and roll. So, like, I don't know how much scoring he's going to do, like off the dribble or in the mid range or in the post, like alone on his own. But he's going to have to get active in that pick and roll, and on the offensive glass. And two, Dave, you said you and your brother making the $40 bet. We can't call it a 40 no more. Call it a Dylan Brooks. we about to bet a Dylan Brooks on it.
That's a DB bet. A DB bet.
Dylan Brooks on it.
I like that. That's dope. All right, that was funny. All right, so let's bring on our last guest along with J-Mo. All right, we got a Boston Celtics fan on, y'all. We got my man Teddy. What's good, Teddy?
Let's go. Let's go, Boston. Come on.
Let's go. All right, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, fellas. How we doing?
What up, Teddy?
Good.
My baseball guy, Teddy. What's up, Teddy?
What's up, man?
I'm good. I'm chilling,
All right, so let's get right into business. Celtics versus 76ers. A lot of people feel like whoever wins, no shade to you, Dave. A lot of people feel like this is the Eastern Conference Finals. They feel like whoever wins this series will make it to the finals. All right.
Teddy thinks otherwise.
All right. So, all right. So, straight up question: who wins this series? We all can give our predictions. All right. And I think that we should leave those two for last. We should get our points out the way and lead them for last. We're gonna do the order just like this. All right. So I'm gonna kick it off. I got the Celtics. All right. Now, James was my blood brother. Same mother, same father. All right. Grew up in the same household. All right. We grew up in the same household. We both moved from mom's house, moved with dad, and we shared a room together and all that. All right. So we close. We talk almost every day. We talk all the time. I actually talked to him for like an hour before the show. So I want Philly to win for my brother J-Mo. But I gotta come on the show and give y'all the truth. I gotta give y'all what I think is really gonna happen. Because I didn't want to pick Miami, but I picked Miami anyway. The Celtics gonna win this series, man. Because number one, Embiid is hurt. And this was before Embiid was even hurt. Embiid is hurt once again. Like, I'm tired of this, man. I really am. Like, they set this dude out against Jokic for this reason. And he's hurt again. How you sweep your first opponent and you're still hurt? Like you got all the rest you can get. So that's number one. But number two, and more importantly, the Boston Celtics is a great team, man. They got switchable pieces everywhere. Any type of lineup you want to put on the court, the Celtics can match it. They can put anybody out there, and everybody's gonna be 3-D except for Robert Williams. All right, they got great defense. Then they two wing players is going to attack Philly. I mean, Philly got some. I mean, they got Milton. Milton is a good defender, but outside of that, really, they don't really have great defenders out there. And I think it's going to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's going to have, especially Jaylen Brown. I think the focus will be on Tatum, but I think Jaylen Brown is going to have a really good series. And also the X factor for the series is Mazzulla. All right, this is the first time we're going to see him against an elite opponent. I think Mazzulla is going to do a good job, but Doc Rivers is a veteran coach. Doc Rivers should win this coaching battle. He's been here, done that, champion. Also, it's against his former team, the Celtics. So Mazzulla is going to be the X factor for the series, but I got the Celtics winning this. And I want to say Celtics in because Embiid is hurt, J-Mo, Celtics in 5.
Bruh.
All right, Dave.
I'm going to give my prediction first. Then I'll say why. But there's two reasons why. Celtics in 6. I'm going to say that because I want the Celtics. That's what I want to play.
Tell us why.
That's what I want. But second, the real reason why I'm picking the Celtics is because, just like Joe said, Embiid is hurt. Can we really depend on Embiid to be available when it matters in the playoffs? Every single year, something. I want Embiid to be able to be there, but something always happens to Embiid. I feel like it would be a better shot. I feel like this would go 7, and the Sixers would have a better chance if he was fully healthy and he was able to play every single game and play like Embiid can, because Embiid is a difference maker. Embiid is a difference maker on both ends of the floor. He's not just great on the paint. He has a really good mid range shot. He can shoot from the three. He's really great from the free throw line, and he's a monster defensively. So we all know what he can do. But without him, what can the Sixers do? Do they have someone that's able to go up against Tatum, Brown, and then you got Al Horford, who's going to step in some games. Brogdon, 6 man of the year, who's going to come out and do what he needs to do. Then you still have Marcus Smart, who was Defensive Player of the Year last year. You still got Derek White, who steps up in games. He's had a 25-point game in the playoffs this year so far. So they have a lot of pieces around that can really cause havoc against Philly. Philly's defense feeds on Embiid being out on the floor. Without Embiid there, the defense is not necessarily the same. It's still a good defense, but it's not the same because your enforcer's not there. Harden can still be Harden because Harden has he led the league in assists for I think he led the league in assists this year, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Harden can still do. We all know Harden is a really good point guard. He can still what he need to do. You still got Maxey that can ball out in games. I just feel like the Celtics have too much with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, because they're both of their averages jumped up this year from what it was last year. And for me, Jaylen Brown is a dog. Jaylen Brown's gonna do whatever he needs to do to be able to win this series, and I feel like he's gonna be key. And then Robert Williams is gonna play great defense on whoever's not down there because Embiid's not there. And even with Embiid there, he would cause some havoc, but Embiid would have more success because it's Embiid. So, but I'm picking the Celtics to win this in 6.
All right, Tomo.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, let me. Yeah, man. I know.
Where you going?
I'm gonna keep it a bean, man. Celtics in 7, man. Celtics in 7.
It's hurting you so bad to say.
Yeah, because I want Philly to do it, but Dave, as you were talking, you almost slipped up and said impede instead of Embiid, and the injuries are always impeding the process. With Embiid making it to the finals, man. Like that's it sucks that James Harden can't step up for one game. Like I'm not saying he not, but we really don't believe in James Harden like that at this point. And if he could step up in a major way, then I probably would pick the 76ers, because it sucks. It sucks that Embiid it's all on his shoulders. I know you are the player, you are the guy, but for it to be all on your shoulders when you have a counterpart such as James Harden right next to you and everyone's just looking at you to be like, you have to take us there, man. And with Boston, Joe, you took away my point. I would say it's all on Mazzulla, because now, Doc, you going up against a rookie coach. You the vet here. So you should be able to make some adjustments and maneuver and make some chess moves where it kind of throws him off. Of course, the Celtics have a deeper roster, but as you being a vet coach, you can find ways to manipulate that. Steve Kerr did it because the Kings were definitely the younger and faster team. Shout out to Malik Monk. He was telling the truth, Draymond. Y'all was looking kind of old, but he found ways to make plays. That's the only reason. So I got this, man. Celtics in 7.
All right, J-Mo.
I know my name, yo. Y'all ain't gotta look. Listen, man, I'm 10 toes down. Y'all tripping, man. Tobias Harris is getting paid $180 million, 25 a night. Look, man, look. We not going to lay down, bro. I don't know when Embiid is coming back. I don't know when he's coming back. I hope he comes back. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing, but I know he's not playing tonight. You know, I read a few things. I don't know how credible they are, but it's not looking good. Like, even if he plays, it's not looking good. But the thing about Embiid is that he can affect the game in other ways other than scoring. You know what I mean? He can be a Kevon Looney if we hitting our shots. So, you know, anything is possible, man. It's obviously very far-fetched for us to win this series without Embiid. I mean, even with Embiid, people already said Embiid got to average 40 for us to win. Like,
that's crazy.
And I think I mean, I know that people think the Celtics are a better team. I think the season series was, a lot closer than people think. The first game they beat us, first game of the season. The second game of the season, I don't think we had James Harden. The third game of the season was close. Tatum hit a buzzer beater, a game winner when it was tied up. In the fourth game, Embiid dropped 50 and we won. And everybody said, but Jaylen Brown didn't play. And I'm like, I didn't say that when Harden didn't play the first game. And when Jaylen Brown didn't play, when Embiid scored 50, Maxey only had 4 points. So Maxey didn't play either. So, I think it was pretty even. So I don't know, man. I'm 10 toes down. I'm keeping hope alive for my team. I'm not even going to speak on how many games. I'm not going to speak on no winner. Just know I'm 10 toes down.
Bing bang.
Teddy, talk to us.
I'm gonna have to agree with the people with the something in here today. I got Celtics in 6. It's just too much. The one thing that worries me is with Embiid being out, them playing around too much. Like these Hawks games where they were just letting them just hang around. They were up by 20 and then they would let them go on a run down by 10, stuff like that. That can't happen. Philly's a way better team. And if we put ourselves in that position, I feel like they'll take advantage because their coach, like you guys said, Philly definitely got the advantage on the coaching side. Mazzulla's just got to figure out when to do this. If he figures that out, I feel like we will be in a better position. But I like the Celtics, man. Jaylen Brown is gonna have a big series. This is gonna be the series that people are like, all right, he's worth a little bit more than just JT's sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is it, man. This is what I've wanted this series all year because it's fun. It's fun to watch. These two teams playing each other is just extremely fun to watch. You got games going down to the wire no matter what, and I can't wait to send Embiid crying with his little 50-piece catered Chick-fil-A. All right. I saw that.
Yeah, can I say real quick? Yeah, like the way the Celtics play Philly, they let Embiid get his for real, and they just worry about the others. But what Tomo said something key. James Harden, and this is what I asked for him last year against Miami. But this is a different James Harden. We got to give him credit for that. He's been much better this year than he was last year, and he had his moments against these elite teams. All right, remember against the Bucks, he went off. I think he had like 38.
38.
So, he could. If James Harden, because Teddy's right, Boston takes a foot off the gas a lot. And one thing about Boston this year, they are live and die by the 3. Mm-hmm. And they can blow you out by 40, or like Teddy said, they can give up a 25-point lead like that because they just can't hit a shot.
They did that with the Wizards.
Yeah, the Wizards, man.
What's your game next year?
Hey, we're out here. We playing volleyball. You see where we at? We playing volleyball out here.
Playing volleyball.
Y'all hope volleyball to fall the right way.
Hey, we bring the Kings on their way. The Kings on their way. Memphis down here. Ja down here. It's a
we
parade.
got a late flight. Yeah, late flight,
Dylan Bristol, only one missing.
Yeah,
he was the first one in. That's why he left the press conference. He got on the private jet.
Yeah, so that's that. So, yeah. Celtics. So
look, man, the fact that the Celtics, we all pretty clear about Embiid's health right here. Mm-hmm. And him not playing pretty much in this series or not playing at 100%. We clear on that. And the fact that we getting 2 games on average throughout everybody's opinions, I'm feeling great right now. I'm feeling great. We can win 2 games without Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might come back game 3.
I'm feeling great.
Maybe game 2. So he gonna have to go out, J-Mo. If y'all win the series, Embiid gonna make a good case for best player in the world.
This is his
moment.
If Embiid wanted to pick any year to finally get healthy, this is the year. that he needs to do it. Like if he want to pick a year to, you know what I mean? This was the year, and that's why I'm like y'all been hearing me all season, man. Like this is the year. Like this is the best team he ever had. I'm crushed, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm crushed because I know how hard my man been working to get to this point where he can stay healthy throughout the playoffs. Half the time he can't even work out to get in the shape he needs to be in because he's always injured, so he has to rest a lot. Then I know he flops a lot, but him falling a lot is better for him versus him coming down so hard on his joints and he weighed 350. So his doctors are telling him to fall. They're not telling him to flop. They just telling him whenever he trip up or something like that, just fall on the ground. And I think that's how he got hurt. I think that's how he got hurt. I think he collided with Cam Johnson and couldn't keep himself up, so he just fell back and let his body catch itself. And I think that's how he got hurt, man. So my man just can't catch a break. I'm crushed, man, but I'm 10 toes down.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like you was giving a eulogy for a second.
I was looking for this for a second.
Yeah. Like
you're gonna be 10 toes down with your feet in the sand in Cancun.
It ain't over yet, man. MB can come back. They say he's gonna come out with a brace, most likely. All right. So and he played through a series before it hurt and did a game 7. So we're gonna see. All right, 2 game 7s not being hurt. So we'll see. All right, past the 6. All right, let's get some last words in. We're gonna start with you, J-Mo.
MVP. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Oh, I do care, you know, what happens as far as your injury and all of that. But one thing they can't take away is that MVP. They can't take it away from you, Embiid. Great season. We're going to keep it going, man. We not folding. We 10 toes down. And exactly, Javon, they talking about the law firm. I didn't even know that was their nickname. The law firm? Tatum and Brown versus Board of Education. Look, we 10 toes down, man. DeAnthony Melton could have been all defensive this year. He's going to play some great defense. Maxey is going to get off on them fast breaks. Y'all better get back because Maxey is out of there. I'm 10 toes down. I ain't going nowhere. People already think we're going to lose with Embiid. So those are my last words, MVP.
Teddy.
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Boston Celtics. Game 6. It's a wrap.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming on. Anytime it says gonna be on, so anytime you want to come back and talk about it, let us know. All right, y'all stay safe. Let's get it, man. All right. Got the Celtics and Sixers rivalry right there in front of y'all. So let's wrap this up. Make sure y'all like this video. If you haven't, hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Also, share this video with somebody that y'all know personally so they can go back and rewatch this episode. Appreciate y'all for using the comment section. Y'all always lit in the comments. The show wouldn't be the same without the comments. Y'all generate the energy with the comments. All right, so we appreciate that. And Dave, one more time, talk about these IG chats we have going on.
So we got WNBA mixed with NBA. We got the National Football League, NFL, Major League Baseball, college football. We got college basketball with men and women. And then we got boxing mixing with a little bit of UFC. Also, shout out to Vaughn for having the parlay chat. So if you want know a little bit about that, just make sure you hit up Vaughn with that. We pretty much give all the latest news, no matter what goes on in each chat. We put it out before ESPN, before Bleacher Report, so you get those news very quickly. During the NFL draft, when we held the draft on the show, we were getting it out 5-10 minutes before they announced it on ESPN. So that lets you know that we have credible sources. We're doing everything we need to grow the show. If you want to be on the show, let us know. All you have to do is at one of us or follow us on Instagram. Let us know where you want to come on, what you want to talk about. Or you can just join all the other chats, get all the latest news. And then the exclusive one is Refuse to Lose chat. Everybody that comes on the show is able to get on there, and you got to be active in the comment section and in the chats. Mm-hmm. That is all for me today.
Let's get it. All right, wrap it up with some last words. Sacramento, proud of y'all, man. Great season. Great being team season. We come back next year. Commanders, man. Been watching, man. I've been quiet about the Commanders, but I saw that draft. I like what we did in the draft. We added some depth in all the positions we had issues with when somebody got hurt. Cornerback position, offensive line position, right? We even got a running back, a bell cow, a guy that was good after after the first hit. You know, somebody you can give it to in short yardage. Every enemy, a former running back, it's gonna be good. I like the free agent moves we made. Man, I'm liking how we looking. We're under the radar. You know, Eagles getting all the talk, Cowboys getting all the love, but Commanders stay under the radar. We're gonna be there. We're gonna have these all-season talks, and I'm gonna make my prediction about the NFC East. But right now, let's go Commanders.
Let's go Heat Nation. Got a key road win. They say the series don't start till the road team wins. We won the first game in a row. I do understand that Julius Randle was not there. Hey, I know he's going to come back. He's going to play well. I understand that. Jimmy Butler may or may not be able to play in the next game because he has an ankle sprain. And it's from what I was told, it's swollen like a baseball bat. Baseball, not a baseball bat, but a baseball. So, but they did show that he was walking around in New York City, so he may be fine. Who knows? But walking and actually playing on is two different things. I know because I had a knee injury last year, and walking on it feels cool, but playing on it is totally different. So let's go Heat Nation. Let's do what we can to win this, win that series in 6 or 7, but let's win the series. And San Fran, I'm okay with the draft. Still questionable about that 3rd round pick of a kicker, but hey, what you got? We had to replace Robbie Gould. I feel like we could have did it later, but hey, I trust you, John Lynch. You know what you're doing. You've always had a really good draft. Let's get it.
Man, since we talking about drafts, hey, shout out to the Cowboys for, just taking a player of need. I mean, we could have did best player available. Like, we could have took Nolan Smith, but we needed a defensive tackle, so they went and got a defensive tackle. I've been on here like 19 episodes. Y'all hear me saying we need a defensive tackle. You finally went and got one. And we also known for, like, Joe, I don't know why you said we was all getting all the hype. We ain't get as much hype as them Philadelphia Bulldogs. You know what I mean? We got one player and everybody else got bashed. Outside of the running back. Outside of that running back, shout out to Vaughn. That was a moment right there, father son. I feel like the Knicks and Brunson. But again, teams with no-name players can also make the playoffs too. We've seen it happen. So, hey, for the guys out there who feel like their team didn't have a great draft, you never know what happens when it's time to put the cleats and the helmets on. Wizards, one day we will find a GM, and when we find that GM, we will be ready for the NBA draft. Joe, I just want to play one more thing for you, man, because I know we won't hit no more this season.
Light the beam.
So that's all I got for y'all, man.
Let's get it.
I just want to say again, prayers and thoughts out to the Barrett family. So just let you know that we're all with you.
Let's get it. All right, that's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all tomorrow next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.